I have a message for you, and the title is Steadfast in Prayer. Steadfast in Prayer. We need to be steadfast in prayer, steadfast in studying the word, steadfast in carrying out the assignment that God has placed in our hands. Colossians chapter 4 verse 2, the Bible says continue in prayer. In other words, be devoted in prayer. Continue in prayer. And watch in the same with thanksgiving. Many believers doubt prayer because they think that praying on one issue once or twice can take care of the issue. It's a lie. Mountains don't go away just by 1 hour prayer or 1 week prayer. Mountains will require steadfastness in prayer. And some of you, after these 3 months, it may look like you have not even fasted. After these 3 months, it may look like you've not even come for prayers. That does not mean God did not hear your prayer or saw your fasting. It meant that there's a need for you to be steadfast in prayer. Sometimes the benefit of delay where our blessings are concerned is that it helps us to remain with God. Many have come to God and have received from God and have left God. God can't find them anymore. So sometimes you need to convert your delay to an opportunity to remain with God. Do you get it? Yeah. So steadfast in prayer is what produces the power of God. Steadfast in prayer is what produces the power of God. The power of God is not cheap. The power of God will not come by 1 hour prayer. It won't come by 1 week prayer. It won't come by 1 month prayer. No, it will demand devotion in prayer. People who shake nation for God are people who are steadfast in prayer. The place of prayer is not magical. As a matter of fact, prayer is not magical. Prayer is not how you get things to happen quick. No. As a matter of fact, if you want a quick result, don't pray. If you want a quick result, do not pray. The place of prayer is not for people who are looking for shortcuts. The place of prayer is not for people who are looking for things to work right now. And that's why a lot of believers have given up on prayer, because they've been taught that when you pray, life will be easy. When you pray, things will work out fast. The place of prayer is not the place of shortcut. It's not where you come to, maneuver your way. It's not where you come to bribe God. No. So I want to encourage you to continue in prayer. Continue in the word of God. Continue in coming to church. Continue in your responsibility in the house of God. Continue. Steadfast in prayer is what produces the results we seek from God. The result you seek from God will come via steadfastness. Steadfastness, devotion. Matthew chapter 26, verse 42 to 44. Matthew 26, 42 to 44. The Bible said, he, Jesus, went away again the second time and prayed, saying, O my Father, if this cup may not pass away from me, except I drink it, thy will be done. Now the Bible says, he went away again the second time. That means if there's a second time, there's a what? First time. So the first time Jesus prayed, he didn't leave it at that. He came back again to pray. That is steadfast in prayer. Steadfast in prayer. Verse 43. And he came and found his disciples asleep again. That means they slept before. for their eyes were heavy. Verse 44, and he left them and went away again and prayed the third time, saying the same words. Saying the same words. The same words. He went the first time. He went the second time. He went the third time. That is steadfastness in prayer. That you said it the first time when you prayed does not mean you should not say it again. Repetition in prayer is not a sin. Repetition in prayer is not a sign of faithlessness. Repetition in prayer does not mean you don't have faith that God heard you the first time. No, we saw Jesus repeating the same prayer point. What was the prayer point? Let thy will be done. First, let thy will be done. Second, let thy will be done. Third, he kept on praying, let thy will be done. And guess what? He was empowered for the will of God to be done in his life. Some breakthroughs does not require one-time prayer. It requires a lifelong prayer. Don't let your friends who are not praying and they are getting results to deceive you and discourage you. Don't let people around you who are not as spiritual as you are, who are doing better in life, do not let their success to get at you. I'm telling you, don't let it get at you. Because the foundation you are laying is different from the foundation they have laid. And you cannot put a story building on a one-floor foundation. A foundation that will carry story building must go deep. A foundation that will not carry a story building, there's a limit to which it can go deep. So you must understand that your friends who are not churchy, who are not spiritual like you, should not make you feel like if they are not praying, why am I praying? No. Your destiny is different from theirs. And I believe most of you have got friends who are not into the things of God, but they are driving cars. Some of them are living good. Their clothes look better. They smell nice. But life does not end there. Life does not end there. Some breakthrough does not require one-time prayer. And if you are the type that you are used to one-time prayer, I've prayed about it, that's all. Then you don't pray again till maybe after 6 months. You are playing with your life. Don't do that. Hebrews chapter 10, verse 23, the Bible says, let us hold fast the profession of our faith without wavering, for he is faithful that promised. Let us hold fast the profession of our faith without wavering, for he is faithful that promised. For the promise to come, you have to hold fast. You have to be devoted to the profession of your faith. You have to hold on to the promises of God concerning your life. One of those who testified this morning said, there was something a decision I wanted to take. The person took it. For 2 years, I've been struggling with the decision. Could it be that this fasting has gone ahead of the person? Could it be that the prayer the person has been praying, God has now come to reward the prayer? Church, prayer result will not come at your discretion. Prayer result will not come at your own calculation. Prayer result will come at God's appointed time. The vision is yet for an appointed time. The prayer you pray today is for an appointed time. Don't give up. Please don't give up. The weather may be discouraging. The economy may be discouraging. The family you are born into may be discouraging. Your friends may be discouraging. The neighborhood where you live may be discouraging. But please do not give up on prayer. Hold on to the promises of God. You might say, Pastor, I don't have any promise. God has not said anything to me. Don't forget that the just shall live by faith. Some people hear the voice of God. Some don't hear the voice of God. They just step out by faith. And by stepping out by faith, they are stepping into the will of God. You don't have to receive a word, thus saith the Lord, my daughter, Thus saith the Lord, my son, my son. No, we all may not hear God audibly, but if you can walk with God by faith, you are going to meet God at the end of the journey. So, learn to be steadfast in prayer. Learn to be steadfast in prayer. 2 Thessalonians chapter 3 verse 5 said, and the Lord direct your heart into the love of God and into the patient. That word patient means steadfastness. Into the patient waiting for Christ. And let the Lord direct your heart into the love of God and into the steadfastness waiting for Christ. Waiting for Christ.